Alright everybody, so this is something I I've actually meant to do a video on as soon as I found out about this past Saturday, but I've just been kind of forgetting about it until now. But this past Saturday, it it was announced, or at least heavily rumored, that Slash, Axl, and Duff basically all got together at Axl's house to basically start working on some new material for Guns N' Roses. Now everybody, as of this recording time, unfortunately we don't know if this could be maybe a song for the soundtrack for the new Terminator that's supposed to come out. Whether it's a new cover song that Axl, Slash, and Duff maybe have wanted to do for a while, or there's a third rumor going around that this new Badger material that that Axl, Slash, and Duff were said to have started to record on this past Saturday, may very well have been leftover material that Axl had left over from the Chinese Democracy recording sessions. But guys, let me tell you what I really think is going down here. I truly believe that, and this has not been confirmed in any way. In fact, nothing is about the recording session that they did last Saturday. We just know that they did go into Axl's home studio to record something. But what I personally believe is Guns N' Roses may finally be working on an entire new album of new material, or at least maybe one new original song. Well, like I said, possibly for Terminator. But guys, I truly do believe that whether it's a soundtrack song or an entire new batch of an album's worth of material that they've been writing over the course of not in this lifetime, the tour, I truly do believe and hope with all my might that this is not going to be a cover song. I truly think at some point in the future, very, very soon, hopefully, we will hear the first genuine, real, new Guns N' Roses song for the first time in almost 30 years. And when I say real Guns N' Roses song, I truly do mean the real Guns N' Roses, because now the band has the three key writers that made Appetite for Destruction, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, and the Spaghetti Incident. Even though that was just a covers record. But guys, I truly do believe that they went into the studio this past Saturday to record, or to start recording, the first real Guns N' Roses new music in 30 years. And again, I say the real Guns N' Roses because you have all three of the main writers that made their first three albums achieve the legendary status that they have. And basically, you have the three main reasons why Guns N' Roses were known as one of the most creative and influential bands of the late 80s. Now, obviously, you're missing the fourth key writer in Izzy, but the point is, guys, now, Duff and Slash, having worked together on the two Velvet Revolver records, plus each of them now having done multiple solo releases or being involved in recording and helping record new material for other people. Now that they can bring more ideas to Axl, and I truly believe that this time around Axl will be more open than any before to any and all suggestions by his two other brothers in arms. So yes, people, I truly do believe that this past Saturday, Guns N' Roses, the real Guns N' Roses, have started recording the first new batch of new music for the first time since the Spaghetti Incident, which again is over almost 30 years old at this point. And yes, people, I know people are going to say it's not the real Guns N' Roses unless it's Axl, Slash, Duff, Izzy, and Steven, which in a way, you're right. But in this case, we have the three key. We have three of the main writers of those legendary pieces records, but all back together and with 27 years more experience of writing material. So Duff and Slash can have probably started to give Axl ideas that maybe if there had been a fourth GNR record with the Use Your Illusion lineup in it, that would have been more of a success than Chinese Democracy ended up being. And personally, guys, I think that whatever Slash, Axl, and Duff have planned for us, I can safely say that I think it will remind the world just how ferocious and the genius behind Guns N' Roses really was. And to me, yes, I do wish that Izzy was back in the group, but to me, you cannot use Steven Adler for the simple reason that I have all the respect and admiration for Steven for being that original guy that made Appetite for Destruction the biggest selling debut album in history. But the point is, and not to say Axl, Slash, and Duff, and Matt and Gilby and basically everybody else that is in Guns N' Roses hasn't had problems with addiction, because that's been well documented by multiple sources of media that is not the case. But the point is, you cannot use Steven Adler as a live or studio drummer in Guns N' Roses anymore at all, because he still to this day has problems with addiction. Basically, Steven messed himself up so much that he let his drinking give him a stroke and suddenly impair his speech. And he still claims to have issues with his back. So, if Izzy, or who I would really prefer to get back on the rhythm guitar to replace Richard, would be Mr. Gilby Clarke, but let's be honest, guys, that's not going to happen. And personally, I would much rather have Matt back behind the kid instead of Frank, but let's be honest, Matt is about to fire up Dandelion Ritual, so that can happen. But anyway, now that little tangent's over, again, guys, Guns N' Roses went into the studio this past Saturday, and I have a feeling what they will come up with will remind everybody why Guns N' Roses is still the most dangerous band in rock and roll.